Good. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off as always, giving all praises, facing Jerusalem to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakakodash.
Right, Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahushua is the name of his only begotten Son of the world, even though it's Jesus Christ. Ba'ashem, Wakakodash is the name of the Holy Spirit. Inspiration given unto us to bring these videos day in, day out, constantly edify the sheep. Right? Double honors to our teachers, the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, sincere, humble brothers, faithfully and diligently preaching this is an act of war against this system, and the beasts come in. Like, yeah, here we go. And yeah, Salaki, we're going to war with this beast, man. We're going to war with this beast, man. All right, but it's not a physical war. It's a spiritual war. Of course, you know they deem us terrorists. They got us on the Southern Poverty, what is it, SPLC list, terrorist watch list, you know. But what it is just spiritual war, okay? Get that 2 Corinthians.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yeah, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Go ahead.
But mighty through the Most High to pulling down of strongholds.
Right. So get Exodus 15:3. Aina. It says our weapons. Read it again from the top.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down strongholds.
Right. So our weapons are mighty through the Most High. Right. Go ahead there, Exodus.
Exodus 15:3. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
Right. He's a man of war. But how does he fight war? Spiritually. Right. And he has given us his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Go ahead, Tamaya, go back.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down of strongholds.
Right, and under this system, this beast system, we are in a stronghold. Get the word stronghold, Karab. Go ahead.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalt itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
And that's exactly, you know, the type of system that we're dwelling in, a system that exalts itself against the Most High, right? That system is chiefly being ran by who? Give me Obadiah. I knock. You start at the top. You got the word? All right, so this is the word for stronghold. Go ahead.
Strong's G 3794.
And it means, this is the word stronghold. It means a castle, stronghold, fortress, or fatness. Anything on which one relies.
Right, and that's what our people rely on, the system of America, right? This system of America, which is a part of the beast system, NATO, right? Go ahead.
Of the arguments of reasonings by which a disputant endeavors to fortify his opinion and defend it against his opponent.
Right. Let me see that. It says of the arguments and reasonings by which a disputant endeavors to fortify his opinion and defend it against his opponent, right? So who is that disputant, right? The accuser of our brethren, Esau Edom, right? He's disputing the fact that he's supposed to have the birthright. And that's really what his whole enterprise agenda, New World Order agenda is about, okay? So the way that he goes in the earth and builds these strongholds is ultimately through his education, right? His religion, okay? His government, military, you know? But through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and the power he's bestowed upon us, we're fighting this devil back, right? Because we're shaking the hand and pointing out this devil and his wickedness to all our people, right? In which we really outnumber him, but the Lord is only going to use what? A remnant of us, pretty much, to war with this man. Because the Lord don't need a lot of numbers to show his power. As a matter of fact, he shows his power in fewer numbers, right? Go ahead. Go there, Obadiah.
Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom. Listen.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Right, so we're rising up against this damn devil in battle, man. All right? How are we rising up? Spiritually, right? Spiritual warfare. Go ahead.
It said, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Yep. Go ahead.
Thy pride of thy heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, so he exalted himself against the Most High. Let's bring that back to 2 Corinthians 10, 5.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalt itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Right, and the highest thing that exalts itself against the Most High is Esau Edom, right? Which Esau Edom is ultimately the beast, okay? He's the nation that represents the beast, all right? Go ahead, back to Obadiah.
Obadiah 1:6. It's like Obadiah 1:4. Thou, it said, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, the highest predator bird, right? And
and
whose symbol is the symbol of the eagle? America, right? Go ahead.
though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Right, he said his nest, all right, meaning his what? His dwelling amongst the stars, right? Because he has his space expeditions, he has his satellites, right? He has all these different technologies that stem really from the heavens, all right? The source of all his technology really stems through the heavens, from his military might. The strength of his military is what? His missiles, the missiles. And they are all coordinated by GPS programming, right? And that GPS program, can we help you, brother?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, did I have a Bible or something?
Say what?
I was gonna ask you, did you have a Bible or something? Like,
Not talking about to give you?
yeah, do you have
Nah,
an
we don't got no Bibles just to give away, but we just reading out the Bible. So, Jake, being weird, man. Go ahead. Read it again.
Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, said the Lord.
Right. So he's thinking in his mind that because he has reached this height of power, you know, where he got, you know, satellites and missiles and military might, that nobody's going to bring him down. He thinks that he's more powerful than the Most High because he's a carnal man. He's not able to understand the spirit, which everything begins in the spirit. And the Lord has his spiritual number. So we had an upper hand when we are at one with the Most High and we separate from this beast system. Right? So go back to what you got?
I hate Job 14:5.
Go ahead.
This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined.
Right?
The,
Talk about Esau Edom. Go ahead.
the number of his months are with thee, and thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right. So it don't matter how far he goes, all right, on his space exhibitions, which he claiming he sought out other planets and he's landed on the moon, which he's a damn lie. right? The Lord is going to let this man go to that line that he cannot cross, right? And the line that he ultimately cannot cross, he can't get control of the spirit, which is ultimately what he wants to do through implementing his mark, right? The MOTB is really it's a means to try to get control over the spirit of the people, man. Namely, you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. That's who he wants. Because your spirit, he knows, is the most unique spirit, all right, on the planet. Go back and read a little bit more on Obadiah.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. I got a precept as well. But this Obadiah 1:5. If thieves come to thee, and rob us by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right, and that's the thing. This man, he says he cannot be satisfied. Then you have a two, right? That's why the scriptures say the thief cometh not but to
Seek and steal.
and destroy. Right, and he don't know how to do anything besides destroy. That's why he's known as the son of perdition. Right? You got it?
Yeah, 2 and 4.
2 and you can start at 4.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right, a soul full of pride. Right? No one full of pride can have an upright spirit. The Lord said he deals with the lowly in heart. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Right, that's his elect. All right, those that come in the lot of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Okay, the righteous, the upright, are going to come out of that line, man. Okay, go ahead.
I'm using it though.
Go ahead, man.
Verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keep at home.
See, he transgressed by wine, meaning what? His ideology, his whole thought process is against the righteousness of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I say he transgressed by wine. That's his philosophy. That's his wisdom. His wisdom is the knowledge of wickedness, right? And he transgresses through his wickedness. Go ahead.
He is a proud man, neither keep at home.
See, he never keeps at home. And what you see America constantly doing, constantly going to war, right? This man, he cannot put down his sword. He had a war in his heart, right? But he speaks in a way to the people as if, right, his words are smooth in the butter, as if he's a lamb, right? As he's innocent, as he's harmless, as he's actually, you know, trying to go to these countries to benefit their well-being. Yeah, come on, man. He's a liar. Go ahead.
Who enlarged his desire as hell.
He enlarged his desire, right? And that's what going back to Obadiah. It said, if grape thieves came to gather grapes, would they have not left when they had enough? He can't have enough. Hell represents death, right? Hell represents the grave. The grave, hell, and the grave are never full. Give me Proverbs 27 and 15. Read that again.
Who enlarged his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heaping unto all people.
And heapeth unto himself all people. He gathered to himself all nations, and heapeth unto himself all people, right? So his ultimate thing is to implement this what? One world government, so-called New World Order, where all the people are in subjection unto him and his wickedness.
Proverbs 27 and 15.
I believe so.
and continue dropping.
Nah, that ain't it. Try Proverbs. It might be Proverbs 15 and 27. But pretty much it says hell, death and hell are never full. Something like that.
Proverbs 20.
20 and 27?
27 and 20.
27 and 20. So you was there 27 and 20.
Go ahead, Kawhi. I think you already did.
I just called 15 is verse 20. Go ahead.
Proverbs 20. You said 27.
27 and 20.
Proverbs 27 and 20. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied.
Right, so Esau Edom, they say he enlarges his desire as hell. But hell and destruction are never full. Right? So it's no end to this man and his madness. Right? Unless the Lord comes and takes him out of the way. Right? That's why I say only he that let it, when you read in 2 Thessalonians, will not let until he be taken out of the way. Only he that will it will let until he be taken out of the way. You know, rough and paraphrase. Brothers have precept?
Yeah, I got a precept.
Okay.
This,
Okay.
this Psalm 73 and verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
Yeah. Here it is, this man has the entire earth, but he's a beast. A beast cannot have enough. A beast will continually eat even when he's full. You know? And that's why this man has to be destroyed. Go ahead, Corral.
This is Psalms 10, verse 7 and 8. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he murder the innocent, and his eyes are privately set against the poor.
Right, so it's telling that this man is deceptive, he's secretive, right? And it's telling you all the attributes of this man so that you will be able to identify him, as it says 2 Thessalonians, in his time. His time is talking about when he reaches the pinnacle of his reign, right? Which he has reached. Go ahead, go back to Obadiah. I think we're at verse 6.
Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Give me Daniel 2 and 22, Tamaya. Give me 2nd Ezra 16 and 60.
Okay. I'm gonna read it again.
Come.
Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Right. Because if the Lord ultimately would let this man go on with his spirit without any war against it, nobody would be able to figure out who he, if it wasn't any war against this man, nobody would be able to figure him out. There has to be opposition. There has to be somebody to fight against this beast, man. There has to be a spirit, because this what we reading is the spirit of this man. Because there's no nation known today as Esau, right? So you reading this with, you know, surface value, you like, what's going on? Who is this Esau character, right? Go ahead, Tamai.
This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 22. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
Right. Who is this talking about? The Hanbal Shimi Hamashai. Go ahead. Use some more. I believe that's the point.
Yeah, that was the point.
Go
Second
second
Ezra.
Ezra 16.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 60. In the desert hath he made springs of water,
In the desert has he made springs of water. Go ahead.
and pools upon the tops of the mountains, that the floods might pour down from the high rocks to the water, to water the earth.
Go ahead.
He made man put his heart in the midst of the body.
Right, so the Lord made man and put his heart in him. Right? And the heart, you know, is the mind. The Hebrew word lab means mind. Go ahead.
And gave him breath, life, and
He
understanding.
gave him breath, life, and understanding. So every man, understanding that they have comes from the Most High. Go ahead.
Yea, and the spirit of the almighty power, which made all things, and searched out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth.
Right. Read that 62 again.
Yea, and the spirit of the almighty power, which made all things,
The power of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai made all things. And what does he do?
and searched out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth.
So what war again are we fighting? What warfare are we fighting with again?
Spiritual warfare.
You see? Keep going.
It's not carnal.
Our weapons are not carnal, man.
Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts.
Surely he knows your inventions and what you think in your heart. So that's why when we see these different things come about at the hand of the wicked, right now what you got this Windows 19, Crown Royal, Crown Vic 2019. You know, we got to speak in secret because this devil, he knows that this is an act of war against him. Right? We know that the whole power behind his agenda is from the left-hand side of the spiritual demon Satan. Right? Go ahead.
Even them that sin and would hide their sin.
Even them that will sin and hide their sin. Now this is talking about all sinners and everybody that's doing wickedness being revealed, right?
Right.
Matter of fact, get that, I think it's in the book of Luke, where it says, there's nothing hid, pretty much, that shall not come to light. Read it again.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and 63. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin.
And that's why this man is he's in straits right now. You know, he's having so much resistance with trying to set up his new world order. You know, when you even look at the virus, right? When you look at the virus, hey, he's come with order out of chaos. The chaos is the virus. The order is, you know, you get the juice. That's supposed to restore the order. But we know that this man has invented this as a part of his agenda to achieve his enterprise, right? You get that Job 5 and 12. Did you get that scripture I was talking about? Read that first. And tomorrow you get Job 5 and 12.
This is Luke 12, verse 2 and 3. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed.
There's nothing covered that shall not be revealed, man. Right? And that's what the word revelation means. It means to reveal. So how are these things going to be? All these things that are covered up, how are they going to be revealed? Through the mouth of the prophets. We're gonna go ahead and get right now 2 Thessalonians.
I'm going through it right now.
Neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in the closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops.
Right, so all this old secret society, you know, Illuminati, you know, underground bunker, you know, all these things that he has been doing secretly are now exposed because that's what the Lord said he's going to do. Jeremiah, what's that, Jeremiah 49?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
2 Thessalonians 2, where we started 3, get straight to the point.
Go straight to the who the Lord will consume. You know, you can start somewhere up in there.
This 2 Thessalonians 2, I'm going to start at 6.
Yeah.
And now you know, withhold it that he may be revealed in his time.
Yep.
For the mystery of iniquity do already work.
Right. So what the brother just read, that was in Luke, right? Yeah. He said he shall be revealed in his time. The Lord, because that's prophecy.
Yep.
That's prophecy, man. So we know who Esau Edom is today, right? And at this point, the whole world really knows. You know, everybody know who the devil is, all right? According to the Bible. even though because the whole thing with him was covering up his identity in the first place. You know, covering up his identity and stealing the identity of the sons of God, which would, if people looked at him if people look at the devil as an angel of light, then he has become the less likely suspect, you know. But that's what the Lord say, no marvel, because even Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light, right?
Yeah.
And white means angelic, you know. So who came up with the social construct of white and black? Surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. And that's what he did, you know. He's like, I'm gonna flip it around. That was an act of being like the Most High, because the Most High flipped it around.
Yeah.
The Most High made the younger be the heir, right? Because he was the elder, and the Lord said, no, the elder gonna serve the younger. So this is an act of blasphemy, and this is an act of war against the Most High. He's trying to turn things upside down.
What's that, Isaiah? So you're turning.
Yeah, Isaiah 29 and 16.
Yep.
Yep, surely you're turning other things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
Back in 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now lit it will lit until he be taken out of the way.
Go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed,
Yep.
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right, so what's the spirit of the Lord's mouth? The prophets, man. All right? And that's the war. That's what the war is all about. Right? Now it is going to turn to a physical war, but not before this man is spiritually destroyed. Job 5 and 12. Some more? That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted. Job 5 and 12.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
See, why do you think he can't get the whole world to submit to the jungle juice, to accept the jungle juice? Right? Read that again.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And that's the spirit of the Lord holding them back, right? Because remember, it's all about the Lord's elect getting deliverance as well as the wicked being destroyed. So it's a timing. It's a thing of timing. Go ahead.
Verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
He's taking them in their own craftiness. So this very system that he has used to destroy people is going to destroy himself. It's going to vacuum. It's another scripture in Psalms that talk about that too.
Upon your own head.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
You want me to get it?
Yeah. You can get it. He can keep going though.
And the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Verse 14. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as the night.
Yep. And that's how they, like I say, they do their biddings on the world in the dark. But then they come right with a whole charade, if I would say, like it's something that's going to benefit the world. It's for the betterment of society, and so we can,
Like he came up with the best idea.
He came up with the best idea, like he disguises darkness as light, Did we get the part where saying the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits? We got to jump. 20, yeah, we get that next. Go ahead.
This Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and dig it.
Yep.
And it's fallen into the ditch where he made.
Yep. And America is the pit. Overall, in the grand scheme of things, America is a pit. Why? Because it's an altar that the Lord is going to bring fire upon, right? You might as well say it's a fire pit.
Yeah.
Because there's no way out of America without the covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is this word. All right? If you're not sealed with this word, you're not coming up out of here. And a pit is something that you fall into that you can't get out of. Unless somebody comes, gives you a hand and pulls you out.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate.
His violent dealings shall come down upon his what?
Upon his own pate.
So, hey, that's what it is, man. Go ahead.
This is Job 18, verse 10 through 13. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way.
Right.
Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet.
Yeah. And that's what's going on. That's why you think he deemed us terrorists.
Right.
Making him afraid on every side. And what does that mean? All around the earth, the prophets are consuming this man with the brightness of the coming of the Lord, who is prophesied to come and destroy him. This wisdom is what's doing it, man. This wisdom is destroying him internally. Get Hebrews 4 and 12, and then we're gonna get Proverbs 9 and 2. Go ahead.
This
Proverbs 9. You got something?
This Revelations 12 and 10. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, of his Mashiach.
Read it again.
It said, and I heard a loud voice, Revelation 12 and 10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Yahushua anointings, you know.
Yeah, of his anointing.
You know, Mashiach. It said, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down,
That's Esau Edom, the wicked. Go ahead.
which accused them before our power day and night.
Yep. So this is the time of him being cast down, you know. And he has always been set up to really be the whipping stick of the Lord, you know, to really chastise us. But it said what's that? The Lamentations. Our iniquity is accomplished. Yeah. So it's it's over with. We're at the end of the Lord really punishing us. You know, it's like a child that get put on punishment for 6 months. You know, when the 5th month and the 3rd week come around, he getting close. You know, oh yeah. Yeah. Like a nigga been locked up for 10 years. When year 9 come around, niggas can start walking with his chest out a little. When he go get his food at lunchtime, you know what I'm saying? Niggas want to jump on him too. You know?
The captain Asal,
Yep.
that he want to die in the pit with a pill. Nobody grab it. I'm going to read verse 11. Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and this blood is sealed with the Lord. This word is sealed with the Lord's blood. Go ahead.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
Yep. And that's why I was telling Jake the other day. I said, man, hey, we ready to perish. You know?
Yeah.
We ready to perish, man. And that's why this is symbolically strong drink. You know? This is strong drink. This is what helps us cope with reality. This is the comfort. Because a drink ain't nothing but something you take for comfort, to relax, to ease your mind. Yep.
So what brings you out of the glass bubble that
Come on now. You know?
Got the Lamentations 4 and 22. This is Lamentations 4 and 22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, and he will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and he will discover thy sins.
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Hey, he is troubled on every side. What you just read it in Job, right? He should not be able to hide himself, which was I was going into. He can't hide himself because the men of the sons of God he's surrounded. You know? Matter of fact, get that one more time and then you go to Job 20, which said the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits.
Yep. Hey, cause he a fugitive, you know, he a criminal. He trying to.
He a fugitive.
Yeah, that's why he hiding himself with biggest identity theft.
Yeah.
It is, but we spotted his ass.
Yeah.
Just like he got AI system, you know, his technology when niggas want to leave the country. You
Yep.
know, you see it in movies. They put on a wig or something, trying to hide their identity.
Yup.
But we exposing him like, no, you an Edomite, man. You the devil.
Job 5 and 13, I believe.
What's that? Tell us.
Read it again, Jeremiah 49.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
Yep.
And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not.
Right. So it's saying he should not be able to hide himself. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappoints the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Go ahead.
Verse 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night.
Go ahead. I think you read one more verse.
Verse 15, but he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hands of the mighty.
Right. And the way that they're being saved, right, is through this word. Yep. It was something else we read, which was going into him not being able to hide himself. Right? But anyway, go to Job 20. Yep.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Look at the word sufficiency. Go ahead.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And that's I think that's Iwalum, which means workers. Which I mean not workers, which means workers. Don't mean wicked as in the wicked. It means workers. Go ahead.
Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Right, and that's what you see when it talks about the wicked, right? This is going into laborers, right? When you see these people in society that work for this man, what are they doing? They're going to this. The military soldiers are resigning. The doctors, the nurses, you know, these people are completely turning against this man. You got the word sufficiency?
Strong's H 5606. Safaf.
This is the word officially in the Blue Letter Bible.
Sufficiency.
Sufficiency. It means to clap, to slap, to imperative root, to clap the hands in a token of compact derision, grief, indignation, or punishment, by implication of satisfaction, to be enough, by implication of excess, or to vomit, to clap, smite, strike, suffice, and wallow.
Yeah, so suffice. Go look the word up, suffice.
Suffice in the Oxford American Dictionary means to be enough.
Yeah, so when the Lord has pretty much had enough of this man, right? He gonna have him in a position where he really ain't gonna have the wisdom no more to know how to get that advantage, right? Read it again. What it say? At least Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices. Is there no more wisdom? Is there no more wisdom in teaming? I think that's in Jeremiah 49.
Yeah.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast fury of his wrath upon him.
Right, and the Lord's Spirit comes first form this word. The first form of the Lord's Spirit comes from this word. You know? Go ahead.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right. So you know he's got to that point where okay, he pretty much like, man, I can do whatever I want to do. You know? But that meal ain't tasting the same no more. You know, you're like, man, this ain't the whole recipe. It ain't, you know, they ain't eating it like I used to give it to them. You know, he been feeding people this deceit and deception for so long, but the Lord is snatching that spirit from them. See, this is the war. We're trying to show you the war that's going on in the spirit, man. Right? Give me Hebrews 4 and 12. Go ahead and finish the Maya.
Verse 25. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
The missiles. The missiles, man. So right when the Lord, right when this damn devil is thinking that he got it all figured out, because see, in a minute, the people gonna fold. Niggas gonna take the jab, then it's gonna lead to the MOB. They gonna take that, right? And in the midst of that happening, guess what? Right when that start happening, that's when these other nations gonna start going to war. That's when Armageddon gonna come, man. Not until the MOTB is fully implemented. It's made mandatory. Right when that happened, that's when all hell gonna break loose. Remember, and Habakkuk said, though it tarry, wait for it. For it will surely come, it will not tarry. So when these final prophecies get to rolling, it ain't gonna be no whole lot of waiting between the time of the MOTB being mandated in World War III. Because that's when he gonna be like, yeah, I got him. And then that's when the missiles gonna start popping off, man. Finish.
Verse 25. It is drawn and coming out of the body, yeah, the glittering sword coming out of his guile. Terror are upon him.
Yep, that glittering sword going into them missiles, man. Yep. That's the point. Go ahead.
Hebrews 4:12.
Yep.
This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discern of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Right. So that's what's going on. The thoughts and the intents of this man's heart is being discovered. It's, you know, through who though? Give me Malachi 3 and 18, Anna. And then give me Proverbs 9 and 2. And then we're gonna wrap this up with the peace.
Oh, that's in Revelation.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it. Malachi 3 and 18.
Yep.
Then shall he return and discern between the righteous and the wicked.
Right? And who is this talking about? Start up a verse.
All right. Malachi 3 and 17. And they shall be mine, said the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spare his own son that serveth him.
Right. The Jews is talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, talking about the Israelites. You are the Lord's Jews. Right? Go ahead.
18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked.
Then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked. Through what? The word. He just read it. Hebrews 4 and 12. It's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the hearts of men. Right? So through the spirit, we can read when somebody got a perverse, wicked spirit on them. Or we can also see when they got the spirit of righteousness or Yahweh Shem Yahushua working in them.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, it's morning. Between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not.
Yep, which is what I was just saying. You know? So we see how this man moves and, you know, how he legislates and how he judges and how he executes judgment, that he is not a man that serves the Most High. That he is what? Adverse. He's the adversary. Which goes into what? Satan. Right?
This is Sirach 10, verse 3. The unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yep.
The power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right. And the ones that he gonna set over the whole earth is the nation of Israel. Yasharallah is elect, the house of David. You know? Go ahead. That was it on that. Go ahead with you have one?
Yes.
Go ahead.
This Isaiah 47, verse 3. The nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, that shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right, so in a war, right, you looking for an advantage. If a man is heavily armored, there's no openings to attack. But you look for the openings, you look for the weak points. So now the Lord has made this man completely naked.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump down to 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
See? Read that part again.
It said, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did remember the latter end of it.
Yeah, so he ain't thought about, the fact that he gotta pay for all the wickedness that he done. He said, that's why the Lord said, thou thoughtest that I was altogether one like thee.
Yeah.
And that's really he's pushed his life for so long that he's God, that he's actually starting and ain't no starting. He believes that he's God.
Father the heart had to see. Go
Yep.
back to Obadiah.
Yep.
Man, I can keep going on this, but it's all good.
Yeah, because I want to get into Revelation 13 a little bit, and I don't want to make it too entirely long, right? So ultimately what's killing this man is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Go ahead.
This Proverbs 9 and 2.
Start at 1.
This is Proverbs 9 verse 1. Wisdom hath builded her house, and she hath hewn out her 7 pillars. And she hath killed her beasts, and she hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table.
It say she have mingled her wine. Mingle means to mix, right? So this word can't be mixed with other doctrines, right? But what Esau did is took this word, incorporated his philosophies, right? Mixed evil with the good of this book. That's what his whole kingdom, where it say she have builded her house, right? So Esau Edom, how did he build America, right? Yeah, but he used the Bible as the foundation of his legislation, right? Because everything has to have an order. Every kingdom has to have an order. So what he did was he used this wisdom to be pretty much the pillar of his order. Like, we're a God-fearing a country, right? So this very wisdom is what's gonna kill him. That was the beginning of him digging a pit. Is when he used this word to build his kingdom.
Slave Bible. Can't get around.
So this beast man is going to be destroyed by the very wisdom that he tried to use to build his kingdom with.
Okay, he swear in on the Bible. He took the oath of the Bible. So, hey, he going to be judged by the Bible, right?
And now, this very time, what they got going on, I was reading an article earlier today, right? The state of New York, which I was listening to the apostles, right? Which this is already known. New York is known as the Empire State, right?
Yeah.
Because New York is really known as the capital of the world.
Yeah.
So New York legislation now is that you can no longer use religious exemption as an excuse not to get sticky icky.
That's fucked
You
up.
see, if I may
Get the stick in you.
if I may add, it say
ahead.
abandon their faith or lose their career.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
That's what the New York this the article that Yashwama posted.
Abandon their faith.
Man,
Damn. So,
abandoning their faith or lose their career.
but all this time we've been taught this country is free.
Yep.
You have your own rights, the Fourth, Third, Seventh Amendment, all that bullshit, man. You know that you was a free person, man. That you wasn't a slave anymore.
Say mad.
Yeah, he mad about that, man. Esau mad about that, cause he being exposed.
Yep.
Hey, that just go to show you still a slave, man. You see? You can't use a religious exemption from none of that, man. Either get down or lay down with him. You gotta.
But yet you can put in God we trust on your money, because we know what God you're talking about. Right? Satan, what's that? 2 Corinthians 4 and 4.
Yeah, God of this world.
Yeah. Yep.
On the back of his dollar. And guess what? The dollar is crashing. It's collapsing. His God, he's losing his power, man.
Yep. And all of his power, his financial power, his military power, right? His political power, all of that is being destroyed. And it's ultimately through this very wisdom that he used to build it up. Right? So let's go to Revelation 13. We're gonna start at the top.
This is Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast
This
rise
is
up.
John the Revelator. Say he stood on the sand of the sea and he saw a beast. Right? You go ahead.
Rise
Now
up.
what is this beast? Real quick, go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 18 and go to Daniel 7, and we read it yesterday, Tamaya. Daniel 7 and maybe 14, where it said these four beasts are kings. Go ahead, Ecclesiastes 3 and 18.
This is Ecclesiastes 3, verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
So the image that John the Revelator saw of this beast actually represents men, right? And not just any men, but kings. Go ahead. Kingdoms. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 18 in the NLT. I also thought about the human condition, how the Most High proves to people that they are like animals.
Yep. Yep. And without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you are an animal. Go ahead.
Psalm 73:22.
Yup.
So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee.
Right. So when we are reading the scriptures and it's talking about beasts, right? And specifically in the book of Revelation, it's talking about men. You got it, Daniel 7. You see it? These four beasts are four kings.
Yeah, I got it. 17.
Come.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 17. These great beasts, which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth.
Right. And that's what Daniel saw, right? This beast system, okay? Which is pretty much empires, right? Go ahead. But he saw the fourth beast itself. Is what he's seeing. He's seeing the fourth beast. Go ahead.
And saw a beast rise up out of the sea,
This is the fourth beast. Go ahead.
having 7 heads and 10 horns.
NATO in the EU. NATO represents what? The military portion of this beast, and the EU represents the economic side of the beast. Okay, go ahead.
and upon his horns 10 crowns,
Uh-huh.
and upon his head the name of blasphemy.
And upon his head the name of blasphemy. What's blasphemy? Right? Pretty much it's slander, lies, disrespect towards the Most High. Okay, go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard,
Like unto a leopard. Now, what's the leopard? Right? The Greek Empire. Right? Alexander the Greek was known as the leopard. You read in Daniel the 7th chapter also. You know where it said, I not get it.
I get it. This
Right? Which the Greeks originally was Japhet. But the culture vultures that Esau Edom is, right? Give me Psalm 49, 11, and 12, real quick. Psalm 49, 11, and 12.
This is Psalms 49, verse 11 and 12. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
And that's exactly what Alexander the Greek was doing. Everywhere he went, he was putting his name on the lands that he was conquering. That's why you have what? Alexandria, Egypt. Right? Go ahead, verse 12.
Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not, he is like the beast that perish.
He is like the beast that perish. Right? Man that abideth not in his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he's like the beast that perish, man.
Yep. Because like I had said, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Yep.
So this Daniel 7 and 6. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
So this leopard represents Alexander the Greek. The 4 heads represents his 4 generals. Lysimachus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucus. Right? That was it. That was it. All right, let's go back to Revelation 13.
this is Revelation 13 and 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Now that bear represents Russia. The feet is what? The end of something. So the end of this Edomite reign, which began is going to end with the Russians. Right? Go ahead.
And go to the this
You get the scripture,
the
get the
dream,
precept.
the dream.
That,
Nebuchadnezzar.
yeah,
Yeah.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
And his mouth is the mouth of a lion. Because where did America come out of? Right? Great Britain. What's the symbol for Great Britain? The lion. Right? So who gave birth to America? Great Britain. Right? Go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power,
Which is the Roman Empire. Right? The dragon goes into the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
and his seat and great authority.
And his seat and great authority, right? Which really goes into the elites. Okay? Go ahead.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death. Now, which head was wounded? Right? That's the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And his deadly wound was healed.
And then his deadly wound was healed. When was his deadly wound healed? Right? In the 1300s, during the time of the Renaissance, which means rebirth. All right? Which the apostles always go into. With it, being the Borgia families, and then leading up to Cristobal Colon, who the world ignorantly knows as Christopher Columbus, who was a Spaniard, right? But he really was a Jew, right? Well, he was an Amalekite. Because they ain't real Jews, they the imposter Jews. Go ahead.
And
Yeah,
also-
something?
I just had Revelation 20. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, about his deadly wound being healed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Revelation 20, I'm gonna start at 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is
That's that Roman Empire, right? That's the last time Esau Edom was in power before they came back into power, right? Which they fell around what? 325 AD. right? During the Byzantine Empire, which was the Holy Roman Empire, right? Which was the eastern part of the empire. It had two parts, the eastern part and the western part. The western part is what fell, right? And this is what this is going into.
When Constantine the Great came in.
Constantine the Great, which was a Jake. Go ahead.
Because it said the bottomless pit, going to Europe,
Yep.
great chain slavery. So it said, verse 2, and he had laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit.
Right, so it was a time where the Lord completely stripped this man of any resources. He wasn't able to pretty much function at a level of sufficiency to even have an empire, right? He put him up in the caves where, you know, it was a lack of resources. That's going into the bottomless pit. The earth wouldn't yield fruit for him. And you know this was the case because even when he came on his so-called what they call this shit when they came over here to the Americas, this voyage or whatever the hell, you know, they call it. Anyway, when he came over here, the natives had to show him how to make the earth yield fruit again, right?
Yeah.
That's when he started coming. That's when he started being healed. He really was healed through the Israelites, right? And then that's another thing too. You go into Jeremiah and say we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Hey, the Lord gonna make these nations not fuck with Esau no more.
That's right.
Because he's now been fully exposed of all his dirt, his whole background. His sins have reached into heaven. All around the earth, people have now becoming aware of this devil. And they're gonna know not to get in the bed, not to do no business with him no more.
Yeah, after the destruction.
Yeah, yeah.
Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Right. So it was a time where Esau Edom had any power in the earth, pretty much. You know, what they call the dark ages or medieval times.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't speak about that.
Yeah, they don't speak about that. Which that time was pretty much from about 325 AD until the mid 1300s.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It said that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
That's that 1,000-year period, 325 AD to the mid 1300s. Really going into the 1400s is really when he started, you know, being able to walk again.
And after that,
Walk upright again.
Right? Then when he got the saying so easy, a caveman can do it.
Yeah.
Then it said after that, he must be loose a little season.
Yep. And this is their season, right? Seeing his days are determined. It said it said Joel 20 and 5. What? The joy of the hypocrite.
It's only for a moment.
Yeah. It's only for a moment, man. All right. So let's go back to Revelation 13.
This is Revelation 13 and 3. And I saw one of his head as it were wounded to death.
Yep.
And his deadly wound was healed.
Yep.
And
This is the time of that little season, which we at the end of it, right? We're at the end of the end. Go ahead.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
Go ahead.
And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast.
And the worship of the dragon is the Roman Empire. The Greco-Roman Empire is what's worshipped, right? Through the whore, America. Your days of the weeks, right? Your months, all right? Your calendar.
Damn.
Your birthday.
They call it Julian calendar.
Yeah, and I swear he was just walking by here marking or something. Maybe he was on the phone, but I seen him looking over here. He's about to get his ass whooped, right?
And he just touched Jake back. He just went like that to Jake, like push on the back. You know how you walking straight, he just pushes and Jake pushed the shit out of him, man. And that's representative of his power come to an end, man.
That's right.
Call him out with shine. Push the shit out of Esau ass.
Go ahead, read it again.
Revelation 13 and 4. And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast.
That's what these people do, man. You know, instead of going to war against the beast, they caught up in the worship of the beast. They caught up in the system of the beast. From the education, right? The philosophies, the religions. Okay? You got Jake to go all out. You know, Jake go through all type of, what they call that shit? When they get initiated into these fraternities. What they call that shit? Damn, what they do to them. Hazing. Yeah, Jake go get hazed and shit. You know, all type of wickedness. Just to be a part of this system and worship this system, man. Go ahead.
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast?
Read that again, Salak.
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast?
Right. Hey, what better nation is it than America? Right? There's no greater place. The greatest country on earth, America. Right? Nobody got a military like us. Nobody, you know, in that spirit of pride, that proud Edomite spirit, you know. Go ahead.
Who is able to make war with him?
Who is able to make war with him? Hey, who gonna stop America? Who gonna stop our? We got the #1 Air Force. We got the #1 Navy, right? Who's able to make war with us?
We're undefeated.
And you know who's able to make war with them?
Yahweh
Shai. Right? And what is the warfare of Yahweh Shai? Spiritual war, wisdom. Right? But guess what? It's gonna get physical. But this is an act of war against the beast, man. And the spirit of Yahweh Shai dwelleth in us. That's why I say the righteous are as bold as lions. Right? Then shall give me Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Say that also in Exodus 15:3.
This wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted
Now
him.
you got this nigga down the street singing this R&B song, which is another part of the system of Esau Edom, which he created to keep you in worship of his system. While we down here singing the song of our Lord, right? To be delivered, to wake our people up, man. Right? In great boldness. Go ahead.
And made no accounts of his labors.
And made no accounts of his labors, right? And that's twofold, because our own people have not taken account of the labor that we have done, right, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, so that they can receive salvation, so that they can have a way out of this beast system, right? While the beast itself has made no account of our labors, and we are looked at all around the earth as nothing because of this man, right? But that was all part of the Lord's plan. We would never set up to come here to be accepted by any of these nations, especially Esau Edom, who's supposed to be our brother, right? But because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Esau Edom, right? He has the say-so of the social status of each nation. He can say, well, this nation is on this level, this nation is on this level, but he deems his own brethren minorities and insignificant, right? We the face of all the bad shit that go on. AIDS, who's the face of that? Magic Johnson. Who the face of the virus? The brown people. Come on, man. When the true face of all the source of wickedness is him, the red man.
He the problem.
He's the problem.
They say he would destroy them, they destroy the earth. Who is the earth giving it to? The wicked. Job 9:24 tell us that, man. He the problem. He the problem, child. Go ahead, Doc.
This 1 Corinthians 1:27. But Yahweh Shai have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Go ahead.
And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
That's us, right? Right? The weak things that we don't have no military, right? Where the Negro military at? Where the Negro land at? Don't say Nigeria. And even if it was, what the hell they gonna, what they military, what they doing?
That shit.
Come on, man. You know our military at? It's in the heavens. They been dropping by. They just been sliding through. You know what I'm saying?
Aiding us.
They been sliding through, throwing up gang signs.
Drive by.
You know what I'm saying? Salute. Flashing the lights, you know what I'm saying? Bouncing through.
They gonna be killing it in a minute.
Just, hey, preparing for the battle, man.
I want to say gang signs, but spiritual signs.
Oh yeah, but they throwing gang signs. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a gang right here. You know what I'm saying?
They come
This
in
is a
packs.
gang. This is a brotherhood, man. A gang ain't nothing but a brotherhood, you know. But they demonize all, you know, these words. You know, it got, you know. But hey, man, you know, the Lord coming to get down, and it's gonna be a real drive-by.
1,000, 1,000,
Come on, man. I'm telling you. Because he said gonna happen, you know, a drive-by be quick. So, Lord, you know,
Oh, man, 1 hour.
1 hour. Come on, man. Talking about the whole infrastructure, the whole NATO, the whole, you know what I'm saying, get wiped out
Mill will get wiped out 1 hour.
in 1 hour. That's a drive-by.
Man, Lord, I'm
Them
Milton Scott.
bazookas, right?
Come on, man.
Said, "Oh, this is going."
Go ahead, bro. We gonna wrap it
That's
up. Go
right
ahead.
there. Nuclear fire is 200 million. Oh man,
200 million missiles.
Overkill.
Come on, man.
shut the house up.
This is Revelation 13, verse
And
5.
then they say they ain't gonna miss. So you won't hear young Dolph talking about how you miss a 200 million shots. Well, no, ain't none of them shots gonna miss.
None of them.
Everyone gonna hit.
They gonna prosper.
Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemous, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Right. Which is what, 3.5 years was going into 350 years, right? So pretty much the height of his kingdom was 1970. From 1620 to 1970, that's 350 years, right? So his kingdom has been going down ever since 1970, man. Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth in blaspheme against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
How did he blaspheme his name? You know, not just by putting the name Jesus on him, but his word. Remember, he exalted his word above his name, right? He took his covenant and put it in his mouth, going back to him establishing America, so-called America, on Christian principles. That was he blasphemed the Lord's name, man. Then put his image up as the likeness of the Most High. Man, get the fuck out of here.
The Renaissance. Swear in on the Bible and everything.
And that's what fuck mean, in case you pussyfoot getting offended, man. Fornication under the consent of the king, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them.
It was given unto him to make war with the saints, man. So what are we doing? This spiritual war. We going to war, man. Well, we ain't just going. The Lord didn't say we just lay down and let this man do whatever we want to do. Right? Hey, he told us to go out, man. Lift up a standard. You got that?
I got a
Got
few.
some?
Yeah.
Get that,
Come on, Exodus.
no, it's in one of the prophets would say in the high mountains, lift up a standard. Is it Isaiah?
13 to 1.
It might be. Go ahead.
This Ephesians
It
6.
said it more than one. I think it's Isaiah. I want to say it too. Go ahead.
Isaiah, I mean, like it. Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord
Yep.
and the power of his might.
Yep. What's the power of the Lord's might? Right? What's the Lord's, the strength of the Lord's power is his word, man. Go ahead.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High.
His word.
that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right. And that's the only way we can stand. We can't fight this man physically. We got to do it through this word, man. Go ahead.
Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
We wrestle not against flesh and blood.
but against principalities,
Uh-huh.
against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world,
Yeah, we fighting against demons, man. These people are demons, right?
against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Democracy means rule of the demons, right? And the whole deception that they put out there, democracy means rule of the people. Democracy means rule of the demons.
Yep. Today Halloween, a lot of you niggas that dressed up, y'all been. I don't want to speak on
They
that.
worshiping the beast. Halloween, that's going into another pagan holiday. Going back to what does it go back to? The I forgot. I gotta go into it again. But it's pagan, man. You know,
Verse 13.
all idol worship.
Yeah. Ephesians 6 and 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times and strength of thy salvation. This is the armor. This word is the armor, man. Right? And you're gonna be able to apply wisdom to be able to move in the day of time of Jacob's trouble. Right? Because the Lord is gonna allow this devil to bring all out hell on earth. Really so that his elect can be tried and brought through the hell, man. You know, it's really just the glory. Only reason the Lord is allowing this man to do anything is ultimately to glorify him, right? So that his power, his glory can be shown in the earth. But he's gonna use his men, right, to pull that glory out of, to show that glory. You know, the glory gonna be revealed in his men.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Back, read it again. Revelation
Oh, wait,
what?
wait.
13 and what?
This is Revelation 13 and 7.
You want the Isaiah? Or
Oh yeah, you got that?
They lift up a banner.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 13 and 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble.
Right. So the Lord telling us what to do, man. Right? Read that again.
This is Isaiah 13 and 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right. So that's what we doing, man. We pointing the finger. We shaking the hand. We pulling up the facts. You know, we pulling up his track record.
the charges.
We pulling up the charges. Cause this man got he got endless charges.
Man.
Still, like every day, this nigga doing something. That's why the Lord say, angry with the wicked every day.
It says that reach unto heaven.
Come on, man.
And,
It's in Isaiah 62 too. Oh, it's one in Isaiah 62. Let me see.
the Lord shall lift up a standard against them.
I believe so. Like it's kind of going into.
59,
Huh?
9 and 19.
Okay. You can get that.
This is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
Yep.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood,
Yep.
the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
The spirit of the Lord. Chapter real quick, man. Got my pocket, but I want to see a good. He is not for our turn. Yeah, you can start. Come.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 12. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Right. Go ahead.
He is clean, contrary to our doings.
That's the standard that we lifting up. The standard that we lifting up is clean, contrary to everything he do.
They'll say he that departed from evil, make
Make
himself
yourself
afraid.
afraid.
Yep.
Go ahead.
He upbraideth us with our offending the law.
He upbraided us. This is the minds of the elite. This is the mindset of this proud beast. He's upbraiding us with our offending in what? The law. Go ahead.
An objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Transgressions of his education, because all he teaches is people to draw out. All he teaches is for people to draw out wickedness. Do as thy will, you know, because that's what educate means, to draw out.
Yep.
So he's teaching people to bring forth wickedness in the earth, man.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Hey, and this Deepak is a prime example.
Come on, man.
Abandon your faith.
Abandon your faith.
You see, abandon your power, man. Don't. We not taking your religious form, your exemption form no more. You see? Hey, we did it again. That's
Man,
heavy.
man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Right, we ain't with this system. The Lord said here was us 7,000 men.
They're not
This
bound
God now the
To the
need.
image of the God.
Yup.
Yup.
Romans what's the 11th chapter?
Yup.
Go ahead.
He is clean contrary to our doings, and he upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Yup.
He professed to have the knowledge of the Most High.
That's right, and that's what we doing. We had 100% true judgment of Yahweh Shai of what he is to execute in the earth.
That's right.
And it is the Lord's heart. We say vengeance is in his heart. Right? Go ahead.
He calleth himself the child of the Lord.
That's me. Damn, go ahead.
And he was made to reprove our thoughts.
He was made a discerner intents of the thoughts of the heart. He was made to reprove. Reprove means put to shame. We was put here to put this devil's thoughts to shame. All right? Uncover,
It's agenda.
yeah.
And Georgia Guidestones.
Come on, man.
The NWO trying to accomplish. And guess what we telling him? It's not gonna work, E.
That's war. That's war, man. You reveal if somebody going to war and you reveal their strategy where they plan to hide out, to ambush, to attack it, you're an enemy.
Like Elisha, what's that? Elijah Elisha, that he might say open his eyes.
Oh,
that his
yeah,
servants
yeah.
may see.
See, yeah.
Okay, he already knew what they were trying to do. We telling him to his face that your ass not about to accomplish your agenda, and your ass gonna be a slave, man.
Yup.
Yahweh Shai coming back to make war with you, man, according to the Bible.
That you gotta pay for the blood that you shed. Right?
That we
That's
up
it.
next, that we gonna take the kingdom.
That's right.
Daniel the 7th chapter tell us that, man.
Yup.
And possess the kingdom forever. You got
Yup.
it?
If I may add a little bit, it said he was made to reprove our thoughts. Hey, it's an honor to participate in this ministry to bring down the kingdom of Esau. You know, it's the big job I had.
That's why we say in Psalms 49:12, he being in honor abideth not. Right? And so this is an honor, like the brother's saying. But if you don't abide in this, you like a beast. You one with the beast, not abiding in this, man. Because the Lord said, ain't no who he that is not with me is against me.
Ain't no monkey in the middle.
Ain't no damn monkey in the middle, man.
Trying to play both, trying to play the field.
I'm gonna ride over here with the beast till I see the advantage. Till I see them losing the advantage, and I'm gonna jump back over here on this side.
That's a whole shit.
What the said straddle the fence.
Straddle the fence.
Yeah, that's some whole shit, man. You gotta pick a side, man.
That's why I say the Lord said he will, what's that, Revelation 5?
Spewed out.
He will spew thee out, you know thy works, that you are neither hot or cold. He rather you be hot or cold. You know that you are lukewarm.
What is it? You team hopping?
Come on, man.
Bandwagon, all that
LeBron James type niggas. Keep team hopping and shit. Then 1 minute you want a nigga on your team. The next minute, next you want a nigga back on your team. The Lord don't work like that, man.
You gotta choose a side, man.
Come on, man.
Some more on that.
That really was the point. Go ahead.
What's that? What's Solomon the second chapter?
2 and
Are
12.
they going to like? He gonna torment them to see on his way?
Yeah, he gonna try it. He gonna like, I'm gonna try him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gonna try. He gonna, even though he knows this, so the elites know who we are.
19.
Okay.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 19.
What 18 say?
I'm gonna start there. Or 17.
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 17. Let us see if his words be true,
Yep.
and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
Yeah, let us prove. Let's see if he really a son of God. Let's see if. But now all these chariots got y'all shook, right? But the elites, they know what it is, but they ain't telling y'all.
Yeah. And let's see if that standard gonna be lifted.
Right.
Yeah. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him.
See where it say the just shall live by his faith. But here he is petitioning for you to abandon your faith. Come on, man. So that's what he was set up to do. He was set up to try us. He was set up to. That's what he said. That's the spirit that the Lord put on him to try us anyway. They know we the sons of God. They don't give a damn.
They don't.
Cause they feel like they done superseded God. Like, we over. We the supremes now. What God?
I beat their ass in slavery. What you mean?
Yeah.
Did nothing happen? What you mean? I am God. What you mean? I'm still whooping their ass. You see these bills, the taxes I'm putting on them? The masks I'm making them wear? I'm shooting their ass down. You see? Gunning them down. What can happen to me? He didn't think of the latter end of it.
You think about the latter end of it.
Deliver him from the hand of his enemies, and let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience.
That's the mind that the Lord, that's the wisdom that the Lord has allotted to this man. The wisdom to know, to really know that he was set up to be defeated, but go against it. You know, he know he gonna lose, but he's compelled. He gotta try it.
You gotta try.
You know.
He might as well try. This your last time in rulership, man. You might as well go all out. Be the biggest devil you can be, man. The righteous devil you can be.
And that's what Revelation 12 and 12 say.
Sound like Lance
You know.
custom stand.
He come down with great wrath because he know he had but a short time.
Yep.
Right?
Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them.
For their own wickedness had blinded them. They had trusted their wickedness
The
for
pride
so
of thy
long.
heart had deceived thee.
Man, that's it. Their own wickedness, man.
Yep.
As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither
The
hope.
Lord kept him out of, like, you know, the whole loop.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
he kind of let the nigga, you know, eavesdrop a little bit.
That's it.
And he thought he had it figured out, but he didn't hear the whole story.
And honestly, we telling him the
But
story.
then we telling him the whole story.
But guess what? He don't believe us in the goddamn.
Hey, that's why he let us go back live.
Yep.
How you stop it from? I'm like, damn, we can go back live on YouTube now. You know, that's why he want to take the videos down, but at the same time, he needs to hear. He still needs to. Okay, I need to hear their strategy. Cause the truth ain't nothing. You say you can do nothing against the truth or for the truth. The truth don't got nothing to hide.
Yep.
We can reveal our whole plan. It's like the team, right? When you play two football teams play, they on the goal line, right? We at this point, Esau, Edom, we on the goal line. You know what our strength is. We know we coming right up the gut.
Hey, we got
No quarterback sneak, none of that.
Hey, look.
Straight up the gut.
We got the playbook like this. Hey, E, this the playbook we doing.
Come
Hey,
on,
just
man.
like the curses. The Most High told us what's going to happen. And we went through that, man.
Hey, the spirit, we in our the I-form spirit. The spirit is leading, blocking for you. How was he coming through? It's gonna, and it's gonna be over, man. This gonna be the last time that you ever come into earth and be able to rule with all this iniquity, man.
Go ahead.
Neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerneth a reward for blameless souls.
Yeah, they ain't thinking about the reward, all right, that the Lord coming to bring us, right? He ain't thinking about what the Lord said, he that overcometh, you know? Go back to Revelation.
This is Revelation 13:7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them.
See? Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, right? Just going into it. It was given unto him to make, that's the mind. That's what was given unto him was the knowledge to make war with the saints. Go ahead.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Right, because who has the authority over all these nations? Esau, Edom,
Fatness of the
the
earth.
fatness of the earth. Go ahead.
And all that dwelleth upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life.
So everybody who's not a part of the Lord's elect is going to worship this beast, right? You're going to be rooting for this man, right? Another word for rooting is voting. You're going to be voting for this man, you know, rejoicing for this man, praying for this man, right? The Lord said the prayers of the wicked are an abomination. Go ahead, bro.
Of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Read it again.
Verse 8, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life,
Yep.
of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Yeah, meaning not written in the book of the life of Yahweh Shai. If you're not a part of Yahweh Shai's body, right, you're going to worship the beast, right? You see one that's not a part right now. Go ahead.
Let's
Verse 9, if any man have an ear, let him
If
hear.
any man have an ear, let him hear.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Who led the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, into slavery? Who did they rape, rob, and murder, right? And steal and the whole entire land from? Come on, man.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right. So we are at war, patiently waiting for our victory, which is Psalms 149. With that, Tamaya. We waiting on our victory, man.
Yeah, man. That's fucking madness, man.
What you say, reparations?
Goddamn.
We waiting on our reparations. We know you ain't gonna give them to them. We don't even want them from you. We don't want your money. We want to whoop your ass.
Hey, America is Babylon the Great, man. It's straight up fucking confusing.
Come on,
out
man.
here,
There ain't no way around it.
Straight up.
Because when you
confusing.
go into the word great, it goes into power, authority, and rank. When you go into America's ranking in the world, you can go look it up anywhere. They number one. They number one. Number one in finances, number one in global influence, number one in military might. They number one.
The Golden Cup.
Come on, man.
They wander after the beef.
Yup.
After her philosophies and all this bullshit, man. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Psalms chapter 149, verse 5. The saints be joyful in glory.
Yup.
Let them sing out loud upon their beds.
Yup.
Verse 6. Let the high.
Oh,
let-
Salah, you gotta start up. Psalm 149, start at the top.
This is Psalms chapter 149, verse 1. Sing unto the Lord a new song.
Yup.
In his praise in the congregation of the saints.
Yup.
Verse 2. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him.
Yup.
Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king.
Right.
Let them praise his name and dance. Let them sing praise unto him with their timbrel and harp.
Go ahead.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
With salvation, right? The salvation is going to be victory over the beast, right? Victory over death, victory over the beast. We already proved that this man is as death. Go ahead.
Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Uh-huh.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Go ahead.
Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth,
Go ahead.
and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Two-edged sword in our hand. This the two-edged sword right here, man. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishment upon the people.
Gonna lead to a physical sword. Carnality that Esau Edom had. We're gonna have spiritual power,
Yeah, man.
right? Our sword, right now we got, this is the first form of spiritual power. It's just like when you watch Dragon Ball Z, how they transform into different forms. This is our first form. This is the first form of our two-edged sword. Go ahead.
To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
And that's when we gonna transform.
In the blink of
Jeremiah
an eye.
16, what's 16? You know? He said he shall send for fishers. Then he gonna turn us into hunters. He gonna come get you out of them deep underground military bunkers, dummy. Go ahead.
Yeah, we pulling up.
We pulling up.
I had to say that. I just had to say this loud.
Unannounced.
We ain't knocking. We ain't doing. We ain't
Hey.
asking. We pulling up. You don't gotta answer the door. We coming in at this.
Hey, I always think about going in that joint. Don't even let them know. Just come through the door. Don't even just appear like Michael Myers be doing. Just appear. He standing, you know how Melvin snuck up on Jody. He thought he was gone.
Oh yeah.
But then he hit his head. Go ahead.
That's right. Call your mom.
Oh, your mama.
Verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written.
Yep.
Dishonor have all his saints.
This
Praise.
honor have all his saints, man. You know? As for the Lord gonna have us go and get the first fruits of slavery. You Edomite elites.
That's right.
All right, and put you in chains, put shackles on you, your necks, your arms, your feet, beat the hell out of you, and whip your ass every day. The kingdom is every day for 1,000 years.
Until I get tired.
Ain't gonna get tired. Say it shall run and not be weary.
We should faint not.
Go ahead, bro. That was the point, really.
That was it.
Yep. Okay, go ahead,
When your
Kawhi.
dreams. Go ahead. Doc.
This is Isaiah 58, verse 10 and 11. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance, and he shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
This
Woo!
This song's.
58 and 10.
This song's
Say he gonna
15.
wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, man.
Oh, I got something for you.
Come on, man. That's what we patiently waiting for. Cause Revelation didn't really get into the details of it. It just said he that go into captivity, he that leadeth the captivity shall go into captivity. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. But see, it got some details in there. You just gotta go link them other precepts up.
I got some details.
Go ahead, Al.
This
Break it down.
this book, woo. 4. Let's see. What's the my children so placing? It's a lot, God.
You got it.
You said what up?
15.
No, that ain't it. It's because of the most of us singing. Yeah, that's a lot. You're right there in my face. I'm too hype. Book 4:25. My children suffer patiently the wealth that is come upon you from my power, from Yahweh Shemashai, for thy enemy had persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck.
Woo! Get there where it say there's no greater to see the fall of his enemy.
Oh, I was just holding it.
Get that too.
Yeah.
Get that
That's
too.
Sirach 25. I was
Yep.
just in that junk.
Get that too.
You bring that Sirach 25 and 7.
This is Sirach 25, verse 7. And there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue.
To be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're happy.
Yep.
That's, you see?
It says Psalm 149, rejoice with high praises. We're going to be happy about whooping your ass. That's my pleasure. Go ahead, bro.
A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Hey, man, that's the greatest thing ever, man, to live to see the fall of your enemy. Here is the faith and the patience of the saints. Come on, man. You got something, Maya?
Oh no.
Okay, go back to Revelation.
This is Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb,
Yep.
and he spake as a dragon.
Right, and this is talking about America. 2 horns like a lamb go into its political parties, right? Democrats and Republicans, right? Go ahead.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast
He
before him.
exercised all that power of that first beast, plebeians and patricians, right? That soul system go back to the Roman Empire, right? The Senate, all that, you know, House of Representatives, all that goes back to the Roman Empire.
First Maccabees.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
And caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
So you are worshiping the pagan Roman Empire, you know, the ancient pagan Roman Empire, man, which was full of idols.
Man.
And them same idols, they bring it back. Meta,
Of all of them.
meta. Go ahead.
Whose deadly wounds was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth.
Right, so he displayed his power, right, his military power during the time of World War II, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when he dropped the atomic bomb, right?
Hey,
That's one way that he has you in that stronghold.
who can make war with the beast?
Who can make war with the beast? Because now he showed you such great power through his military that you like, shit. And that's why a lot of countries come over here. I mean, a lot of, you know, nations from these other countries, they come over here. You got a whole lot of foreign nations that's serving in America's military. Whole lot of them,
Soul ain't lying.
because they feel secure.
Yup. That's why our people trust in this beast system.
That's why I say go down to Egypt because their horses,
You know, chariots are many.
yeah.
But I want to you that put your trust in Egypt, man. Put your trust in this shadow. You're gonna be confused. We seen you niggas being confused now. Go ahead.
In the sight of men. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Yeah, man. All these so-called cures they got. In 5-6 months that it came up with, you know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden. But here it is, people currently dropping dead. People still getting sick. He's supposed to have the potion. Trying to hit you with that venom, man. Go ahead, bro.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live.
Go ahead.
And
This-
he had-
going again, the Roman Empire. Yep, was wounded by the sword and then was healed. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yep, and that's what you see in the prelude, right? If you don't get down, it's what it say, abandon your faith, or what? Lose your job. Job is where it gives you a livelihood. You got jobs where you get your means to have a life, right? But guess what? He can take that job from you, but he can't take this one.
So,
He can't take the job away from you that brings eternal life.
yeah, fear not them that kill the body, but rather for him to kill both body, his soul, and him.
What's that, Matthew 28 and
10
10?
and 28.
10 to 28?
Yo,
Yeah.
if I can say too, the image of the beast is not Jesus.
No,
It's not that.
no.
I just have to say that.
The image of the beast is his system, right? Going into philosophy, his system is a mirror image of the Roman Empire, man. You know, the Greco-Roman Empire, which is full of idolatry, right? Go ahead.
Verse 16, and he called it all, both small and great, which rich and poor, Revelation 13 and 16. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
What's that mark? Right? The mark is the chip, man. Okay? Implant. Radio frequency identification. Okay? You go and you look up the status on microchips, it's gonna tell you it's a shortage.
Why is that though?
Why is that? Ain't never been no shortage. Video games and computers been being made since,
Vehicles.
come on, man, as long as I can remember. You know, at least since the 90s. So you look at, you look at the scheme that they got going on with this DVOC, with this Crown Royal 19, right? You look at the scheme that they got going on with this. The Pentagon already got Revelation 13 and 16 set up. They already got the mark set up.
Look at reading.
Because you have what now? People having to show proof of vaccination, right? They got to show proof of vaccination.
Injections.
And yeah, right? So with you having to show proof, anytime it's something where you got to show proof, just like a goddamn driver's license, Jake gonna forge some shit. Jake gonna finesse. But guess what? He knows this. This man has this thing set up step by step. He know this.
Jacob. I his name now, right? God.
Come on, man.
Supplant.
Yeah. But Jacob supplanted righteousness. This man supplants with wickedness. You know? So he already got it set up. Okay, the next step, because just right, you got these different gyms and NFL stadiums. Before you can even go in them, you know, you got to show proof of vaccination. The Elder Malcolm did a lesson where he was going to his favorite movie theater for as long as since he was been in high school, and now they're asking for proof of the inoculation. So what, you know, some Jakes ain't gonna be like, oh shit, I ain't gonna go no more. Hey, shit, when I was young, being under 18 didn't stop me from going on Beale Street. Shit, you know? So you think Jake finna do when it come to getting into this society, right? To stand a part of, you know, to taking part of this society, man.
Stay afloat.
To stay afloat. Shit, Jake gonna find a way.
By any means.
Means
Yeah.
necessary.
And then guess what? When that ain't enough, and they come with this MOTB, Jake gonna take that shit too. Right? He gonna become one with the beast. Go ahead.
Transhuman. Go
Verse
ahead.
17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the name of his name.
So the system is right before you. The system is the stage is set for this. This is what's next. All right? Now, it's only one way that you can pretty much escape this. Give me that in, we'll say, Go to Revelation 20, I believe. Around like 14. And then give me 2 Ezra 9 and 7. Give me 2 Ezra 9 and 7 first.
You got it.
I got the Revelation 20.
You got Revelation. This second Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. So this how you gonna escape. You know, by your works and by your faith, man. You gotta have both.
Yeah, my bad. Salaki. Matter of fact, you read it earlier, I believe. No, we didn't. We read to 3. Go to Revelation 20 and 4.
This Revelation 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
Yeah, so the way that you going to escape is by being a martyr for Yahushua.
Yep.
I beseech ye, brethren, that you make your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahushua.
Yep.
Right? Because the devil has a sacrifice for you to make to be perverse and acceptable unto him.
Everybody requires, hey,
It's a sacrifice being required.
sacrifice, man.
Outside.
Yep.
Right? And that's why it's we go Salak.
I was just gonna say that testimony.
Yeah.
You got
For the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
You say that either hand, you see, butt cheek, left eye, it don't matter. You take the chip, you're gonna die.
You're gonna have to commit the ultimate act of war against this devil. Like, you don't want to get down, so he gonna come. You gonna either get down or lay down. Shit, we gonna lay down.
Hey, then he came up with something on the NWO that initiated. You gotta be initiated, something to that effect.
I ain't talking about that quote. You gotta be in order for you to continue into the new world, you gotta be initiated.
Yep.
Something to that
That
effect.
Luciferius, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what I'm
Yep.
talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
What's some more in that crowd?
It's another. Yeah, it's some more.
And they lived and reigned in Hamashiach 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years will finish. And this is the first resurrection.
Yep. Meaning there's gonna be the kingdom of heaven on earth. That's gonna be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? Let's see.
Come on, Revelation 14, 9 and 10.
Yeah, 14. We say he they talk about he overcame
Yeah.
the beast. I'm trying to find it. We'll end on that.
I got Revelation 15.
Where it talk about they overcame the beast. Go to Revelation 17 and read 13 and 14. You can read that too, but that's not the one I'm looking for.
You want the 17?
Yeah, you go 17,
17.
start at 13.
This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Right, meaning who? NATO and the EU, right? That's gonna make war with the saints, with Yahushua. Go ahead.
For he is Lord.
That
of
one
lords.
mind that they have is to establish a new world order, one world government. Right? Go ahead.
For he is Lord of lords
Uh-huh.
and kings of kings.
Uh-huh.
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou
That
sawest.
was it. That was it. 14 was it. So, brother had another one. Man, it was one I'm looking for. I can't find, man.
What did it say?
It talk about us being able to overcome is we didn't receive the mark of the beast, neither did we worship the image of
It's
the beast.
Revelation 14 and 9.
Yeah, come.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image,
Yep.
and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same should drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation.
So that's the consequences and repercussions for worshiping the beast, right? You gonna drink the cup of the Lord's indignation, right? Where he say, which is poured out without mixture.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It said, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascending up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Okay. It's another one. It's and the number of them. The scripture that is in my mind that I'm trying to get out. It said he saw the number of them that were slain.
Somebody was beheaded.
For the Did we read that already?
Yeah.
Okay, read it. I already heard it. Okay, go ahead.
Revelation 14, I'm going to keep going. 12. It said, here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right blessed are the dead which died the Lord from henceforth. Yes, said the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and they works do follow them.
Yep. So these works is what's ultimately going to bring us to the kingdom of heaven, man.
Oh, you talking about 15?
Go ahead.
You had that.
I
Yeah,
did
he
the
had
whole
that.
time.
Did?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Because I'm knowing like there's something I'm missing.
Start at 1.
This is Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another signs in heaven. Great.
Yes, this verse 2. Water. Con. Satan didn't want this to come out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I had the whole time.
Go ahead, beautiful.
This is Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another signs in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues.
Which those plagues going into the destruction, right? Go ahead.
For in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High.
Yep.
The wrath of the Most High, the indignation.
Yep.
Righteous judgment.
Yep.
Right.
And I saw-
If I can add, because you showing the Lord that Esau is so God. This beast is so God, man. You know, if you're an Israelite, you know, because you take that chip, that's basically what you're telling the Lord, man. So you got to be part of this fire, man. That was say, come out of her, my people, so you should not be partakers of our sins nor of our plagues.
Yep. And the plague goes into Isaiah, what's that, 34
And 5.
and 5.
Oh.
And it said that the Lord's sword is fat with the blood of lambs. And it's talking about these different beasts that the Lord's sword is going to be fat with.
You know, the blood of the kidney. And also, Zechariah 14 and 12. The eyes are consuming the way in their
Yep.
holes. So,
Yep.
hey, you Israelite, don't take the chip, man. Don't take the Alpha D microchip, man. Because that have everything to do with your salvation.
Yep.
Because you take it, you're going to be destroyed by nuclear fire.
That's right.
You're going to be part of the second death if you take the chip, man.
And then we talking to this Jake. He talking about he with the nation. He like, who you with? We with the nation.
The nation.
I'm with the nation. So we asked him. So first question I asked him, what's the mark of the beast? Why does that matter? What they got to do with my salvation? Everything, dummy. It's got everything. That's the ultimate test. That's the hour of temptation.
The Lord ain't with the nation.
Come on, man. He only with the elect. He said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Right. He saw it as a sea of glass mingled with fire, which ultimately is how we're going to see it, the destruction of America. When we in them chariots, we're going to be in the clouds. We're going to have a bird's eye view, right? We're going to see the judgment of this whore. Go ahead.
Isaiah 6 and 20.
Yep.
And them that had gotten victory over the beast.
Them that had gotten victory over the beast. Man, that's what I was looking for so long, man. Them that had got victory over the beast, man. Right? So it's a portion of men, women, and children known as the Lord's elect that's going to get victory over this beast, man. That's who's going to win the war. Go ahead, bro.
And over his image, and over his mark, and over the numbers of his name.
That's the key. That's the ultimate salvation right there. Right? That's the ultimate thing that determines your salvation. If you do that, you're out of there. Right? If you take that mark, right? Because at some point we all had worshiped the image of this place. We all was conformed to the image of this place. That's why the Lord say, come out of her, my people, and be not partaker of her plagues. Stop worshiping this place. Take your heart out of this place. Because once you do that, then you will be able to resist the ultimate test. Right? You'll be able to overcome. Go ahead.
Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Yup, and that's gonna be us in them chariots. The sea of glass that's really it. You know, unless you see something. Nah, that's it. That's it, man. No, we can read, a little more, but that's really the point, man. So there's a victory allotted. It's a victory allotted to the saints of the Most High, the elect of the Most High. It's a victory that's going to come through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, so with that, Lord, will you were edified. All praises, honor, glory once again to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kapadash.
All right, Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Abal, rise Israel, destroy confusion. Shalom, Nabakaya.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace to the elect.